Hey YouTube viewers, Toxic Tackle here. I'll show you all a few things. This is the first video of a series of videos that's going to teach you how to make your own balsa square bill flat crankbait. This is going to be video number 1. And this video is for everybody. This is for every guy that can play around, got little hand tools. We're not going to use special tools. This is all handmade baits right here. Every one of these was made by me. So later on y'all can comment on videos that you want to see about different baits. But today's video, the first video of a series of how to build this lure. This is a good looking little square bill flat bait. Weighs about 3/8 of an ounce, a little less maybe. It's a good bait. It's got a square circuit board bill. This is the only part of this lure that you'll have to buy special that you can't buy at a hardware store or a craft store. And if you're resourceful and you can make your own, you won't have to buy anything special. So I'm going to teach you how to do this with all hand tools, and we're not going to use an airbrush. We're going to use spray paint. And I'm going to show you how to even do this with spray paint. This one was airbrushed, but you can get this exact same result with spray paint instead of airbrush. So this will be part 1 of it. We'll have a lot of other videos following on later on how to do some deeper diving stuff. Every bait in here is handmade by out of balsa wood by me. This is my little special box I keep in my boat, and it's all my baits. A lot of shallow running stuff, some deeper running stuff. None of this is real deep. This is all mid-range and shallow. So this is our bait we're going to make. A lot of guys don't want me to show you how to do this. A lot of guys that make lures, a lot of buddies of mine, people I know that make lures, they don't want you to know the secrets. It's no secret. If you want to make them yourself, I'm going to show you how to do it. That's what these videos are all about. If you don't want to learn how to make them, or you don't want to make them yourself, you buy their lures. That's fine. So all the little tips and tricks and secrets that people don't want you to know, pros don't want you to know, I got pros fishing with these lures every day. I got customized lures for pros every day. I'm going to share it with y'all. This is the first video of the first series of how to make this lure. We're going to make it from start to finish by hand with hand tools. So everybody at home that's got a garage and got little hand tools, you can do it. So we're going to start out today. This is part 1. All the hobby stores sell balsa wood. I buy it online. This is a half inch thick, medium density. They come in soft, medium, and hard. Medium density is what you prefer. Any of the balsa wood you get at a hobby store will be fine. Half inch thick for this particular lure. This one's already been cut off of. Usually you can buy them 4 inches wide, half inch thick by 48 inches long for pretty cheap. So this is the wood we're going to use. I use a pattern to cut out my plugs, but you can hand draw them. I've been cutting out these plugs a long time, and to keep the pattern consistent, I use a pattern that I made. This is a piece of poplar, and this is my pattern, and this is also what I used when I built a lot of lures to keep my bill angle the same every time. This is a homemade pattern. This is a piece of clear plastic glued on, and the bill slot is cut in to the lure. So the bill angle is exactly the same every time. And I use the piece that come out. The piece that come out of the wood is what I use to trace my pattern. But you don't have to trace pattern. You can hand draw it. You can pick out a lure in your tackle box. I use this one because I keep my pattern, my lures consistent. You want them all to be the same so you get true good action. So this is the pattern we're going to use for this one. You don't have to use a pattern. So always use a balsa lure. Making balsa lures, the grain of the wood is running this way. You want that to run the same way, nose to tail of the lure. You get better results when sanding. So, lay the wood down. We know the grain's running this way. I lay my pattern on the wood, and I'm going to trace the pattern and cut it out with a hand saw. You can cut it out with a scroll saw. You can cut it out with a hacksaw. For time's sake, I'll probably just cut it out with the power saw. But any little coping saw, keyhole saw, any of those little hand saws will work just fine. It's real easy to cut because it's super soft balsa. So I'm going to trace my pattern. There we go. Once I trace my pattern on the wood, I'm going to cut it out.